Man, what else did it look like?
I might take another Advil. Cold and sinus.
I'll put it real
No
far
joke.
away so I
Ooh,
can
you see
see.
straight through this blouse, but that's all right.
We're a lot
I
of
can't even hide.
we're a lot of see-through stuff lately.
I don't mean to. I should wear a nude bra with a white top, but mine was not clean. It's all right. It's all right. I just poked myself in the eye. All right.
Shake it, shake, shake, shake. I got this dumb song stuck in my head now, and I'm probably just going to be humming it the entire time we're doing this.
What? Is your shirt buttoned correctly?
Yeah, it is. That. Cannonball. You got something in the corner of your mouth right here.
Is it peanut butter or apple?
It's peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. It's still there. There you go. You got it.
I had a peanut butter and apple snack. Well, that was good. Man, finding leftovers on your face is good.
That's kind of like when I burped. I'm like,
when you have a
oh, wow,
beard,
that was pretty good the second time.
Had a flavor saver.
After dinner flavor saver?
That was actually really good. Oh, you know why it was so good? Because it mixed with this peanut butter with this Lip Smackers cotton candy. Oh, it was delicious. All right.
Hello, Edison Al. Hello, Sarah Reed Spencer. Angela Boone. Hello, Christy Bazemore. Julie's Overalls. Thank you for being here. A volunteer of ours and a very, very best customer and good friend. Hello, Darla. Hello, Andrea Dowling Gullidge.
Wow.
Wow.
Home in the middle of the afternoon.
What did we do to deserve this? Hello, Jen Jackson. Hello, Bruno from Bolivia.
Wow. Why are you listening to us in Bolivia? That's crazy.
Good eye, mate. That's not a knife. No, that's a knife.
Bolivia.
What are you doing in Bolivia? He's probably like, what are y'all doing in Plano?
We're on vacation. People vacation in Bolivia?
Hello, Andrew. Hello, Liz Key. Not to be confused with Elizabeth Betts or Elizabeth Estrada. Those are three different people. I have Bruno Magli's, Julie. Let me pick up that dime and flip it to you. But no, I got a pair of those on like 90% off from Nordstrom Rack back in the day. I used to wear them to work. The shoes the Juice was wearing when he
killed them. We can say it now.
He was.
You don't even have to say allegedly anymore.
Well, he was
acquitted. What's he going to do?
Well, he was acquitted.
Well, he was found guilty in civil court.
Yeah, he was.
All right, let's get started.
If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. That
reminds me of a different song. I get high all the time. You know, I'm singing a different song than him. That's what it sounds like to me. That's why I get high all the time.
Andrew, what's up, man? I don't remember said message. I certainly wasn't trying to ignore you on purpose. If I did, I'm sorry. Andrew said he tried to hit me up, and I totally ghosted on him.
What was Andrew hitting you up
for? That doesn't
for?
sound like me.
What was he hitting up for?
We were in town a few weeks back, and homie didn't answer anything. Sorry, my man.
Also, Andrea, I can't find where Travis is registered for anything for his college, and I thought he was going to do that. So maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. So please get back to me on that. But for now, we need to start a podcast.
Liz Key said that there's a naked bike ride in Portland.
I ain't doing that. Ain't doing that one. We were talking about that on the radio.
About the Grand Marshal?
Naked bike riding.
Sounds fun until you fall.
All right, let's go. Test 1, 2, test.
Wilma Fingerdew. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Wilma.
Alan.
My man. Wilma Fingerdew. Please pick up the red
adjust knobs.
courtesy phone.
Act like he's Doing something different, shuffling things around.
I'm really doing a lot of things that are very important.
Moving one pin to the other side of it. There we go.
To the production of this podcast.
All right, now he's going to press the button and point at me. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, and I am here with you today, along with my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Who is dressed like we're heading straight to the airport to go to Cancun. Does he not look like he is ready for vacay?
Well, this is predominantly an audio format, so you will need to paint a visual picture for said listener.
Well, you're wearing I don't know that it's necessarily called a Hawaiian shirt, but it's in that vein. But printed on it are, people riding motorcycles together and bikes together and palm trees. Mm-hmm. And it's unbuttoned just to the inappropriate for work length, but appropriate for vacation length to show off your chest.
I think that's the top button.
And you're wearing thank goodness he laundered this hat. It was so nasty. What kind of hat is that? Showy premium helmets hat. It was so nasty. I finally talked him into washing it. But you must be in vacation mode, mentally at least.
Well, yeah, we've got the boys for our extended summer vacation, and me and the Dilster not 15 minutes ago. We're in the backyard here at the manor, out in the pool area, floating around. So I came in, toweled off.
It felt right.
Threw this on and threw my hat on, and here we are.
It felt right, didn't it?
We were telling dad jokes out there.
I know, because he came in and rattled off about 6 or 7 for me.
This is Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe I should tell the 3 that I told Dylan. Let me see if I can remember them off the top of my head.
Well, I remember one right off the top of my head.
2 peanuts were walking down the street.
Yeah.
One was assaulted.
Yeah, that was one of them.
My dog's a genius.
This is another one he told me.
I asked him what 2 minus 2 was. He said nothing.
That's right. He was right. Now I can't remember anymore.
2 guys walk into a bar. The third guy ducked.
He didn't tell me that one.
Did he not tell you that
No,
one?
He forgot that one. He was scrambling. You could tell his wheels were turning. But yeah, those dad jokes, because it is Father's Day coming up this weekend. And you know what? Alan is getting Father's Day presents a little bit early because he's leaving me. He's taking off for a business trip on Father's Day Sunday. But here's the thing, Alan started this year with his rule. I'm not buying anything this year. And we kind of got around it a couple times because, he needed new underwear. He said, I've got plenty of underwear. I've got plenty of socks, t-shirts, everything. I don't need anything. But he realized maybe I could use a few pair of underwear. So for Valentine's Day, right? Wasn't it? Yeah. I said, well, it's not you breaking down and breaking your no buy year. That's actually a thing that people are doing. I said, if I buy it for you, it doesn't count. But then here we get to closer to Father's Day. And Alan comes home one day with a bag full of golf shirts because we've been golfing a lot more. And Alan's really taking it very seriously, teaching me how to swing. He's learning new techniques that would be effective for someone teaching a novice golfer like myself. He comes home with a bag of all these shirts. And I said, wait a minute. What happened to your no buy year? Number one. Number two, why do men always, right before birthdays, anniversaries, or Christmas, go out and buy themselves stuff that you, as their loving wife and partner, would happily buy for them, so that would be their gift?
So check this out. I roll into Ross Dress for Less. I roll out of there with 3 Adidas golf shirts.
Is that the name?
Adidas.
Oh, wow.
1 Adidas pair of golf shorts and another pair of generic golf shorts. 5 items for $80.
So how do you justify breaking your no buy year rule?
Well, because as you said, it was close to Father's Day, and I thought, well, Kelly just give me this stuff for Father's Day.
That's no fun. And so now I have managed to sneak in a surprise for you that you will get. It was delivered to the house, just a little something to go with it. But Alan bought his own Father's Day, basically. But that thing about Alan's no buy year, there's actually a thing that a lot of people are trying to do. I found actually some tips for people who are trying to do the no buy year. And if you're still hanging on, or maybe for the second half of the year, you want to do a no buy rest of the year, or maybe 3 or 4 months, because then we got Christmas and you got to buy for everybody again. Well, it's different when you're buying for other people and not for yourself, right? Alan blew that. But they say if you're going to try this no buy year or no buy however period of time, identify your weaknesses, whether it's makeup, ordering takeout, buying unnecessary thingamabobs in the dollar section at Target. Knowing your vulnerabilities will help you make a realistic plan for staying on track. So like if you order a lot of takeout, well, you would just, look up great recipes, delicious recipes, and make sure your refrigerator is always fully stocked with essentials so you can cook at home, or avoiding the dollar section at Target. Number 2, make your own rules.
Is this a list?
Yeah, this is the tips for people who are trying to do the no buy.
Why didn't you say people love lists?
Oh, people love lists. Make your own rules. One of the fun parts of the no buy challenges is there are no set rules. Like Alan, he could just start over, right? He had an oopsie and he could start over. Individuals choose what to include and what to exclude. So for Alan, maybe it's like when you started buying Ed Hardy t-shirts and you just bought like 50 of them. Instead,
I didn't buy
you
50.
could just stop buying Ed Hardy shirt. You had a lot of Ed Hardy shirts.
I didn't buy 50.
And now it's Harley Davidson shirts. And it's like you get hooked on something and you just buy all of them. So for you not to buy any more of that would be a no buy any more of that thing. Number 3 tip, take a pause. When you feel an impulse to get something you see on social media or in an Instagram story, write it down instead of immediately buying that item. Now, at the end of the month, review the list and decide if there's anything in there or on that list that's still something you want to buy. I get the urge a lot of times and I'm like, oh, I got to buy that. But if I just don't do it, later the urge passes. Another tip is unsubscribe and unfollow.
Yes.
If you think screen time is compounding your overspending habit, this consumer financial advocate at Credit Karma recommends taking a break from following accounts that bring on that urge to pull out your credit card. A lot of these social media influencers and people are always selling stuff because that's their job, and good for them. I'm not mad at them for that. But if it's too much for you, if you find yourself buying too much stuff, you might want to press pause on following that person. And also the last tip is to be gentle with yourself. Unexpected expenses or weak moments happen to everyone. It's okay if you don't follow your no buy year rules exactly as you planned, because your effort matters. And you did make it almost 6 months.
Yeah. I thought I did pretty well.
You did.
Yeah. I really, I think I mentioned this on a podcast at the beginning of the year. What else do I need? I don't need.
Well, you needed golf shirts and a pair of shorts.
I guess for you and I, now that one of our newer hobbies together is going to the driving range and hitting balls together, I felt weird going out with a t-shirt on.
Yeah. Because you're a golf purist.
I'm a little more traditional in that way.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, okay, I'm going to it's not even a golf. Well, it is a golf course. They have a 9-hole course. But I feel like, well, I'm going to a golf course. I should at least have a collar on.
Yeah.
So that's why.
There you go.
And the only shorts I had, well, I would really get into the details here. The only shorts I had were like athletic shorts. So that's why I bought
those. Those are wrong too?
Yeah.
What are the rules for golf pants and shorts?
Pants and shorts?
For golfers.
Well, I mean, if you were playing at a nice course, you would need a collar and you would need nice shorts, not athletic shorts.
They like check your shorts, and some courses won't let you play with the wrong
some
clothes.
Very nice courses, they have dress codes.
So what is the rule? It's got to be like 2 inches above the knee. No shorter.
They generally say collared shirt with Bermuda or nice shorts, no athletic shorts, and golf shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And always a glove.
Well, no, you don't have to wear a glove.
I always see people wearing gloves. That's the cutest part of the outfit.
It's not a requirement. No.
But it's very cute. I love a golf glove. And I told Alan this when we first started dating, how sexy I thought that was. And he sent me a selfie where he's showing me his golf glove.
Mm-hmm.
Very sexy. I have to find that picture and share it with everyone.
Oh, that's an old picture.
That's a good one.
That was when we were first dating.
That's when you were recording me.
And I was still sending.
And you're still trying to turn me on.
Sending pictures over.
That's over. Those days are behind us.
Just laying there in bed, and I thought I'd shoot a picture over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Father's Day, my daddy is out of town, and he won't be here for Father's Day. My Uncle Frank is not doing very well, and so Daddy, we didn't like it, but he drove to South Carolina by himself. He did stop and spend the night on the road. We were happy about that. But, so I had to go ahead and give my daddy his Father's Day presents before he left, because he's not going to be back till well after Father's Day. So he wanted a new belt. I got him that. He loves Brazil nuts. He is going through a Brazil nut phase.
Brazil nuts?
Yes, he loves them. And I can only find them like I got him some for Christmas, like on Amazon, because I couldn't find them in stores. You can find them mixed into stuff, but he just wanted pure plain Brazil nuts.
Those really big, meaty looking nuts? They're big ones. Big meaty nuts.
They're meaty nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have them at Costco. So I found a bag and I got him a card and I went over there to see him. But I was sitting on a surprise for my daddy. Now, he's written 2 gospel songs. He loves gospel music, and he wrote one back in Myrtle Beach before he moved here, almost 14 years ago, right? And he had the church music director back in Myrtle Beach put it to music. It was like a real classic hymn. And then he wrote another one, and he really puts a lot of time into these. It's not something he just sits down one afternoon and says, I'm going to write a gospel song. He really put like a year or two of thought into this last one he wrote, and it's called God Redeems All He Allows. And he had somebody, put some music to it, but it wasn't really resonating. It's like, that's not really the feeling I was going through. And so, man, a year ago, daughter of the year here, a year ago, he gave me this song and said, can you find somebody? I know you know somebody that can do something with this. And I was like, okay, Daddy, I'll get around to it. And I never did. So as a surprise, I don't know if you listen to the Kid Craddock Morning Show, but we have a guy named Tim Halprin who's been a part of our show for years. We met him. Oh God, Kid was still alive, and he's been passed away 11 years now. So at least 12, 13 years, but he was a contestant on American Idol when Jennifer Lopez was one of the judges. And she even flirted with him. It was a big deal. She was flirting with Tim Halprin. She was married or with somebody at the time. It wasn't serious. But anyway, he didn't win. Then we did an on-air contest called Idol Got It Wrong. And we'd have Tim perform every week, whatever song, got eliminated or something. And anyway, so I reached out to Tim, who's now a songwriter in Nashville. And I told him, I said, here's my daddy's lyrics. Can you do something with this? And he's a Christian. He's not a Christian artist, but he is a Christian. He doesn't write Christian songs. But he reached out to another fellow Nashville songwriter named Christian, I don't remember his last name, and said, will you do me a favor and help me with this? And they put Daddy's song to music.
Did they really?
It's so beautiful.
That's cool.
And we taped it. We recorded it on the Kid Craddock Morning, or after the Kid Craddock Morning Show, because my daddy gets a little long-winded. Tim gets a little long-winded. It was really long, and so Robert says, we have to edit.
Talking.
Yeah, we have to edit it. So if you listen to the Kid Craddock Morning Show, you're by the time you hear this podcast, you will have missed it live. But you can go back on the K-Pod. And I'm sure I'll put a link on my social media, because my daddy was so excited when he heard it. It's so beautiful. And at the end, he started getting choked up, and he had to stop himself. He almost started crying because he was so touched. So anyway.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Learning something on the podcast. Should I know this though?
But now
if I listen, should I know this?
Well, we recorded it after the show today.
Oh, you recorded it today.
It was a surprise.
Okay.
We recorded it out, and it's not even played on the radio yet as of this podcast recording. But by the time this podcast drops, it will have already
That's really thoughtful.
played. So you can listen to it on the K-Pod. That's the Kid Nation app.
That's really great.
And go back and listen to it. But yeah, it's really fun. And I'll share it on social media too. But that was really cool. And now, of course, I called him after we recorded it, and he was like blown away. And he's like, now I'm going to call Tim and see if we can't work. See if we can't get this on the radio and stuff. He wants people, he wrote it so it can be shared.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know what avenues we could take to get this, maybe on a Christian music channel. I don't know, because why wouldn't you want something so beautiful to be shared?
And
it's the gospel message, so it's beautiful.
Who has the writing rights on this?
I don't know. I guess Daddy would share them now with Tim and Christian, Anyway, so there's that. So I hope you have something wonderful planned for your fathers. I know that's a kind of a big, I know you're going to have a hard time matching my gift to my daddy, but.
Have we done anything for my dad yet?
No, I got a card. I got him a card.
Okay. I'm glad we got that.
I went to Hallmark, and I just bought Father's Day cards for everybody. I bought one for Kellie to give to her dad. I bought one for us to give to your dad. I bought one for the boys to give to their dad.
I have a book I'm going to give him. I know that book I just got.
Okay. Good.
He'll love that.
Yeah.
And I haven't even started it, so
we'll get him a little something else to go with it.
He can read that. And
he loves to read.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Now, real quick, putting on makeup for me, even the littlest bit, it does a lot to change my mood. It gives me more confidence, especially if I run into people at the grocery store. I hate it when I apologize for how I look. Why do I do that? And I know a lot of women do that. But when you're wearing Thrive Cosmetics, it's really been great for me because whether I just want to look fresh-faced and natural, or if I'm going full glam, Thrive Cosmetics is my go-to. And I love that for every product you buy, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive, like helping people coming out of homelessness or fighting cancer. So I feel good about what I'm using, and I look good too. Now, I first discovered Thrive Cosmetics on social media. An ad popped up for their liquid lash extensions mascara. I was hooked, and I love it so much. I give it as gifts to my girlfriends on their birthdays. But now they've got this infinity waterproof eyebrow liner. I just saw another social media influencer demonstrating in an ad. It looks so amazing because having great eyebrows, that really just sets the look. I mean, it's just perfect. And this is an easy to use waterproof pencil that holds like wax but blends like powder. You just line your brows, you give them structure to create a natural looking stroke of hair to fill in the sparse brows. 8 shades to choose from that adjust to your natural brow hair color for a perfect match every time.
And you can refresh your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics, because that's luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get an exclusive 10% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 10% off your first order. So Kelly mentioned just real quick at the beginning of the podcast that I had a business trip lined up. That is true, but
I didn't say what it was about.
But I can't say anything about it.
We can't.
I can't.
And you can later.
I will later. Oh, I can and will later.
But just not now.
But it is so cool, and I'm so excited, and I wish I could share with you what's going on. I won't even be able.
It'll be months before you can tell.
That week, I'm going to be dark on the media. You're going to look and be like, "What happened to Alan?" If you follow me on the social media at the Alonzo 1971.
Can you post anything?
Can't post. Boo.
Can you say where you are?
Maybe I'll have to ask.
Well, then, if that's the case, you can post pictures of where you are.
Maybe I don't know.
Just not what you're doing.
Right.
Anyway.
So that's what
follow at the Alonzo 1971
but
on Instagram.
That's exciting, but not quite as exciting as what happened to us yesterday. More specifically, what happened to Kellie Rasberry Evans yesterday.
Y'all.
Oh.
Okay. I don't remember how many podcasts ago we shared that I have been honored to have been asked and accepted the honor of being a Can-Am brand ambassador for the Can-Am Ryker 3-wheel vehicle. And I went and did the safety training course. I got certified. I went to the DMV. Do you know when you go up to the DMV to get your license updated, they have to take a new driver's license photo? I was so upset.
Oh, they took a new photo?
Because my last driver's license photo, which I haven't even had like 2 years, I had to get a new one. I was so upset because the last one was so good and this one's not as good, but anyway, it is what it is. So I got my license updated. Can-Am sent me a box full of gear because you have to have the right safety gear. When I see people riding, no matter how safe you are, you've got to have the proper gear. You just never know. And people riding without helmets and without, proper coverings on their legs and arms and hands, it just makes me nervous. So I have all of that. And then finally I was told, Kellie, your Can-Am Ryker has been delivered.
Yes.
You just got to go pick it up.
Just go pick it up.
And so we did.
Me, Kellie, Rasberry Evans, and
the Dillster.
Dylan. Yes, Dylan.
Our 11-year-old.
Yes.
He was like, at first, he wasn't very excited about it. He was kind of sleeping in the back seat. But when we got to the dealership, he came alive.
He was all in.
He came alive. He was picking out the ones he wants when he grows up to be a fishing and hunting guide. That's this kid's dream. He has been talking about this for a couple of years, Alan. He really means it. He wants to be a fishing and hunting guide.
And he
said he's going to get a cabin.
Yeah.
And he's going to live on property. He said he's going to let me and Alan come and he's going to take us around for free. And I said, what about you going to find you a wife that likes hunting and fishing? He said, I guess so. I guess so.
And he really liked those. Can-Am makes these, I'm going to get the name wrong, but they're four-wheelers, but they're for off-road.
Yeah.
I guess kind of like the thing Al has for going off-road and recreational riding and everything. He loved these things.
Well, they had those for like real, like mudding and stuff, but they had some like if you have a ranch, you just need to get around your property.
It's like they're really tall and they had a bed, like a truck bed.
Yeah, those are four-wheelers.
4 seats.
And mine's three-wheel.
He kept saying, Daddy, how much are these? I looked at one and I said, well, this one says it's $35,000.
There were some less. There were some like $28,000. He's like, okay.
But anyway, he was all in. So we walk in the dealership, and then what happened?
Well, they just said, we'll be, right back. They asked for my license. They had to get my paper tags and everything ready to go. And I'm just walking around and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. And I was like, my stomach's starting to be kind of, upset a little bit. I'm like, I'm nervous. But then I realized it wasn't my nerves. It was that bowl of cereal, that big bowl of cereal I had for lunch. That milk wasn't setting in my stomach right. So anyway, I got past that.
It was that?
It was the milk.
Because
I am going through.
That was the biggest, tallest bowl of bran I think I've ever seen. It looked like you were eating a big bowl of hay.
I am going through a frosted mini wheats phase. No, it's not like that. But I love them. I love them. I add like 3 packets of, Splenda on top just to make it a little sweeter with my 2% milk. Love it. Eat it every meal. Anyway, I think that's what kind of had my stomach a little bit upset. So anyway, we get all geared up. I've got my jacket on, my gloves, my helmet, my boots, my safety boots, everything ready to go. And I look up to the sky and there's this big cloud coming in, but it's to the east of us, right? And we're heading west. Now, many, many years ago, we're talking 32, 33 years ago, before I moved to Dallas, and I did weekend weather on WBTW in Florence, South Carolina, TV 13.
By the way?
WBTW. Mark Mathis was the weatherman, and he was leaving. He was moving on to bigger and better things because you start off in these small markets and you go on to bigger markets, right? And he trained me. And all Mark Mathis told me was weather. He said, high pressure, good, low pressure, bad. Weather moves from west to east. That's what he told me. That was my instruction as he bid me farewell. So we're looking east at all these big black dark clouds. And Alan's like, well, we're heading west. I'm like, it should be fine. I get on, I crank my thing up. Now it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I had my safety.
And this was after the people there gave you a little bit of
a refresher.
A refresher on how to crank it.
Because it'd been about 3 or 4 weeks since I took my safety course. And this one was slightly different than the one I trained on. 90% the same, but just a few little extra bells and whistles.
And me and Dylan, just real quick, sorry, babe. Me and Dylan drove just in case there was an issue and we could ride behind Kelly. And in case she said, no mas, I want to drive home.
This was my first time.
Yeah. We didn't know. And
it was about 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right when rush hour is starting in the Dallas area.
Yeah. And we didn't even say where we were. This is it. This is probably 15 miles away.
Yeah. It's about off the interstate.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to take the interstate home. I was going to take the side roads. We had a plan, it was going to be fine. But my first time riding it home, like he said, about 15 miles, rush hour traffic. That's really the only window we had to get it.
Right.
So I crank it up and I start to leave, but I remembered my parking brake was on. So I turned that off and I kind of take off. I gunned it a little bit and I was like, oh, okay. I got a feel for it. And I took off. And Alan films me. The girl just rides away.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
You did great.
And then I turned the first corner to head west. And it started to rain.
It was a freaking monsoon.
It didn't just rain.
No.
It started pouring
it was like
rain.
A freaking tropical depression.
And it came down so quickly. We've been getting so much rain in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that the drainage, it just can't keep up. So the streets start flooding.
Big, like what, 3 or 4 inch deep puddles?
And the speed limit the whole way home is 40 miles per hour. And about 30, 35 miles per hour, the rain didn't feel so bad on my skin, but at 40 miles an hour, it's like little needles, ding, 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 pricking into your face. But I tell you what, I was really okay. I wasn't I was like, well, this kind of sucks. I'm getting wet on my first ride home, but I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset. I was just kind of like, well, you know, I wish it would have been sunny and beautiful, but I was having so much fun that it didn't matter.
Wait till you see the video, y'all.
I'm
You
serious.
will not believe it.
And I can't explain it. At one point it was like getting pretty hard, and I tried to find shelter. I was going to park under a gas station, and I couldn't find one. I finally did. And I parked for a minute. Now I got out. I was like, this is a lot. It's a lot of water. And, but I was like, he said, I'll take over for you. I was like, no, I'm going to go all the way home. So it took a little while to get home. It took about 30 minutes just because we stopped for a while.
And there were a lot of stoplights in addition,
so many stoplights.
In addition to the weather. So you're sitting there in the rain a lot of times. Yeah.
But I was taking the side streets and trying to be safe. But I felt completely comfortable. I was really very proud of myself. Honestly.
I was too.
I was so proud of myself. I was focused. I wasn't, you know, the rain, you know, it kind of stings a little when you're going that fast, but it really wasn't that bad. I was completely covered. My gear. When I got home, I took off my shoes and just poured the water. It was just pouring out, but you know, it was really a lot of fun. So it wasn't the beautiful sunset video of me riding into the wind. It was me getting pummeled by rain. But we'll post those videos later too.
Yeah, and the chase car behind Kelly was Dylan and I. So right when Kelly, you know, pulled off and I'm shooting the video, Dylan and I say, okay, let's go. Let's catch up with her. We jump in the car and we try to catch up with you. And you had already made the first right turn. So we make that right turn. I'm looking for you. And Dylan looks ahead and he said, Daddy, is that rain? And, you know, like a mile ahead, you could see it was like a sheet, you know, like a gray sheet.
You can see it coming down.
And I'm like, oh no, she is totally getting caught in this rain. 100% is going to ride in the rain. And I already my pucker meter was already like at about 95%.
Really?
Yes. Just the fact that this was your first ride. Yes. My pucker meter was at 95%.
You forget, I used to ride when I was a little girl, and I did have some familiarity with it. And I'm telling you what, in my safety course, I was the best. I was good. I was good. So I was very confident.
No, I know.
I felt good about it.
I was, guess, less worried about you than it was the weather. And when there's weather, it's harder to see.
Yeah.
It's harder for you to see. It's harder for people to see you. So anyway, we caught up, and then Dylan shot a couple of videos of you as I'm driving. You know, we roll down the window and we're getting soaked inside the car.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And he shot a couple of videos of you, and then, you know, we get back behind you and we're just following you. And Dylan's just looking at you like he was in awe. Like his mouth was open. He was kind of squinting his eyes like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. Yeah. He couldn't believe what he was seeing.
I know. I think most people think of me as kind of like a scaredy cat and stuff. And I don't try a lot of things. I'm scared of balls in my face. So that's why I don't play a lot of sports.
Balls.
And I don't, you know, it's a character flaw, honestly. I don't like doing things I'm not good at. So I just don't do them because I don't want to be embarrassed. But this is, I'm really good at it. And I really feel good about it. So once my boots dry out and my jacket dries out, we'll get back out there.
Yeah.
And Alan and I'll be riding together. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
That was a story you'll never forget. And I was telling Bill, I said, aren't you glad you came down? Because you got to see, you know, all the cool stuff that was at the dealership. And I said, you're getting to help me, you know, like shoot and everything. And I said, I'm telling you, buddy, when you're an older guy, you will never forget this day. You will never forget this day. I promise.
My stepmom.
I promise you will always remember this day. Your stepmom riding this 3-wheeler in a freaking monsoon. Yeah.
And I did it.
Crazy.
I did it.
Crazy.
You know, we have had a lot of rain, but you know, the rain is going to come to the end. And we're going to be dealing with lots of sunshine. And when those sunny days come along, you need your sunglasses within an easy reach. But with Peer Eyewear, you can switch from prescription frames to sunglasses in a snap, literally, with their Sun Tops collection. No more fumbling through your bags for those elusive sunglasses. You're always digging forever, and you know it takes forever to find them. But the Sun Tops protect your eyes from UV rays. They also minimize glare when you're driving with polarization. Right now, you can explore all the affordable options and get 15% off your first pair by using the code Lovin at paireyewear.com. Now, Emma Kellie just went to the eye doctor. She got her contact lens prescription updated and her eyeglasses prescription updated. So she's really excited. She's going to go on Peer Eyewear lovin.com to use their virtual try on, and she'll find the perfect frames for her beautiful face. Now, the real fun comes choosing the magnetized top frames. They've got new designs dropping every month. Their new Italian summer collection is gorgeous. They have top frames for all the holidays. 4th of July is out now. They've got frames featuring your favorite superheroes, sports teams, so many choices. Base frames start at just $60, and that includes the prescription. Top frames start at only $25, and those sun tops at $30. And as always, you get free standard shipping and a flexible 30-day return policy.
Snap into summer and get 15% off your first pair with code LOVIN at paireyewear.com. You can support the show by mentioning that Sandwich and Some Lovin' sent you in your post-checkout survey. So that's pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code LOVIN. Love Pair Eyewear.
Right.
Yes, we do.
Well,
yes, we do.
We have got so much we probably need to say for the next podcast, only because, y'all, I know a lot of people are having a really great summer and doing a lot of great things. A lot of people are having to cut back, and they can't really take the vacations they used to be able to afford. I mean, times are hard for a lot of people, but one of my friends just lost his job out of the blue. Just blindsided, lost his job. So we're going to take him to a happy hour and get all the dirt, find out what happened and all the scoop on that. So that's what we're going to do.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah. I know we've got a lot of stuff we need to get to on the podcast too, but I need to kind of start bringing it home for Jerome here in a minute, if you know what I mean, honey.
Yeah. I guess another just quick family update. So my first experience with this, my older son, Cole.
Oh, yeah. We got to tell this. We have to tell this, and then we got to go.
Who is 16. Cole has a lot of hair. It goes down. If it's straight, it goes down to his eyes. It's over his ears.
It has been longer.
Yeah. And he's got not a mullet, but he's got hair in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Think the Beatles.
Yeah. That's what I thought when he just let it dry naturally. Yeah, Beatles.
And then when
he shag.
Right. And then when he puts a baseball hat on, he kind of sweeps his long hair, his bangs back, puts the cap on, then he's got kind of a flip in the back. So as he's gotten a little bit older, he's 16 now, he's becoming a little more interested in cologne, in fashion, in hairstyles.
Yes.
So he told me the other day, he said, "Dad, I'm going to get a perm." I said, "Really? You're going to get a perm?"
A lot of teenage boys, at least in our area, are doing that. I don't know about the rest of the country. I've got to sneeze. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere.
Bless you.
Sorry.
So
I tried to get my sentence out before I sneezed.
He said, "I'm going to get a perm." And with his hair, I've always been like, dude, if it's your hair, what you need to be comfortable with your hair. When he was a little kid, get him a nice haircut, nice grown man haircut, part to the side.
So cute.
Yeah, part to the side, cut it short on the sides and in the back. Same with his brother. But as he's gotten older, he's wanted to experiment with his hair and do things with his hair. And I'm like, cool, do it. If that's what you want to do it. So he went and got a perm. So we took some.
I said, just get it on the top, leave it straight in the back. And he's like, I think I'm about getting it all over. Let your hairdresser decide what's best. And they went with the all over.
So I'll tell you, the night before the perm, though, Emma, Kellie, Cole, Dylan, and I were all eating dinner. We were all having chipotle. So we were there eating chipotle, and we were telling Emma Kellie that, hey, Cole's going in for his perm tomorrow. So she starts looking up perms on her phone, perms for boys, and she showed Cole a picture that she really liked. And she showed Cole, and Cole said, yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
It was like.
It was a mullet.
It was kind of
a permed mullet.
It was a permed mullet. But there was hair on the top and the front, but it was longer in the back. And
that's
it was
a mullet.
All permed. And Cole said, well, I don't know, but yeah, I kind of like it. So that's the picture he took in to show the hairdresser. So we took some before pictures before he went, with kind of like a mugshot. I put him up against a white door and did a front view and a side view. And then, he went, and it took a couple hours. He sent us some pictures while he was getting it done.
All curled up.
And then he came home and he busted in the door. You saw him before I did. What was your first impression?
It was wet and curly and loose. And I was like, oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. But it was still wet and tousled. And I told him, I said, you can't wash it for a few days, but you can rinse it, I think after 24 hours. And I said, because I think he was kind of like, it was really curly. I said, it'll fall out. I mean, it's going to fall out a little bit, but I thought it looked really good.
Yeah. Well, I think he's handsome no matter what. So,
yeah. So does that mean you didn't like it?
No. It doesn't mean I didn't like it. It means it's taken me a little bit to get used to it.
Yeah.
I like it, but I'm so used. I've seen him his whole life with straight hair. Now he has curly hair. So it's like, whoa, okay.
I think once it falls out just a little bit, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to be perfect.
But he loves it. He
didn't go with the mullet. His mother probably said no to that. I don't know. She was there with him, so I don't know.
But it's curly all over, and he keeps patting it. He's like patting it, and he's like, "Oh, that feels so wild." He keeps saying, "They just feel so wild." He keeps patting his hair.
Well, it's like whenever the boys used to get their hair buzzed, and I just can't. And when Zoe, our schnauzer, gets buzz cut, I just want to stroke it because it's like velvet, So it's the same thing, I guess. It's just a new thing, but it looks really cute. So we highly recommend getting your boys a perm.
The boys look at me. They're like, "Daddy, you get a perm." I'm like, "I don't have that.
You ain't got enough.
I ain't got enough. I don't have hair."
No, you don't have enough to perm. And the chemical damage you could do to your hair.
I don't have enough hair to perm.
You don't have. It's not long enough.
Oh, okay.
But you don't want to risk the damage to what you do have.
So you didn't mean it wasn't dense. So you just meant
you don't have it long enough.
You just meant it wasn't long enough.
That's right.
Okay.
That's exactly what.
That's okay. That's okay. They said, well, maybe you can grow. They loved it during COVID when I just mailed it in and I had the mullet. Remember, I had
the bushy beard.
I had the bushy beard and the mullet and the long hair, and they thought that was great.
Yeah, I did too.
Really?
No, I didn't care. I was like, I was fine with it. Whatever you did.
It's like truck driver hair.
I never said it was bad.
No, you didn't.
It was nice for a change.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all. I hope everyone listening who is a father, has a father, was a father, just have a happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. Dads want to just kind of post up and watch the U.S. Open golf, or have a cookout maybe.
Maybe.
Just chill out.
Figure it out.
Father's Day, one of the funniest Mother's Day cards I've ever seen, Father's Day cards I've ever seen is Mother's Day card. Mom, you loved me. You raised me. I owe my entire life to you. Father's Day cards. Happy birthday, you fart idiot.
That's pretty much true.
Or whatever. It's
pretty much true.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it's hard to find the right balance between not too gushy mushy and sentimental and all that stuff.
So for all you dads out there,
I hope you like the cards I got for your dad.
You dads out there like me, happy birthday, fart idiots.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day. I meant happy Father's Day. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love Can-Am Riker desperately. Tell you what, I'm glad Kelly made it home.
It was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new hobby.
She did a great job. I love Cole's perm desperately. And I love the Dallas Mavericks desperately. Go Mavs. We're down 2-0.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Go Mavs. Dylan wanted to go. I think we have time before this practice. He wanted to go to Academy Sports and Outdoors. Oh. The right gear, the right price. Academy Sports and Outdoors. All right, peeps.
All right, Amy's here to get me.
Oh, okay.
She wanted to drive, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm fine with that too. All right, thank y'all. I will get the podcast description when I get home.
Yeah, there's no rush.
Okay, so you can send the link, and then I'll copy. I'll respond like you do. Do you know who to put it to?
Yes.
Okay. Love you. I'll go let the dogs out.
Who let them out?
What time are you leaving?
Well, I just need to run Dill over to practice at 6, but then I'm coming home.
Okay.
And then
so you'll feed the dogs?
a lot of inside baseball here, guys. Yeah, I'll feed the dogs, and then we're probably gonna order a pizza because the Mavs are on tonight.
Okay.
And then maybe you could go get Dill at 8, if possible. Maybe not. We'll see. We will see.
We'll see. I've got to work on my speech.
Oh, okay.
What I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, guys, what I miss? We got us a little alone time here. What happened? What's going on? What's the scuttlebutt? What's the skinny? What I haven't. Seems like we haven't spoken a long time. I want our little family to feel like a tight knit group. I feel like we haven't connected in a while. I'm serious. We haven't been here. It's been hit and miss. We've been like different times, and our schedule's messed up. It's just different. Everybody okay? All right. Well, Julie, I haven't posted one. Oh, the dentist, juror summons. Yeah, I haven't posted one, Julie. I'll show one to you. I didn't know if he wanted that posted, so I didn't. That's why I didn't post one. So I know he showed all his friends on the Snapchat. Hey, Charles. But he'd probably be fine with it. I didn't know if he would be okay with it, so I didn't do it. He looks great. I mean, he really does. It's just a lot. It takes a lot of getting used to because it's so different, you know. It's very cool. I can get him to come in here. He won't come in here. He's upstairs. Oh, Liz, that's a big deal. When do you do that? Yeah, that's a major surgery. You're going to have to do that, and then probably some PT after that, right? Yeah, I hope that goes okay. That's a lot. A lot to do there. That's probably what Cole wishes he had, Darla, was naturally curly, but you always want the hair you don't have, right? Oh, I hear the Zonut.
Hi, honey.
Okay, bye. We'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, long recovery. Chipotle. Where are you guys going?
Kenny's.
Oh, yeah. Plano or?
Yeah, Beltline.
Oh, Beltline.
Wood-fired grill.
Boom. Went there on a Tinder date one time.
All right, you didn't need me there.
No, this was pre Kellie or Rasberry Evans.
I'm not locking the door.
This is when I was still prowling around. Here, hold on, guys. Let me show you some stuff. So check this out. This is exclusive behind the scenes. Bear with me one moment. So I literally lined up Cole like a mugshot. So can you see that? So there's Kellie. That's before. So he's got long hair. And there's one from the side. Oops. I literally made him do a mugshot. And then here's after. I mean, it is curly. There's after from the front. Look how cute he looks. And then here's the side. What do y'all think? Pretty wild, huh? And then check this out. So these haven't even been posted yet. So you're getting a sneak preview. Check this out. Did you ever think you would ever see Kellie Rasberry Evans riding a Can-Am Ryker in the rain. There she is. Crazy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What is happening right now? What is life? What is happening? There's Kelly when she picked it up. That's a good picture. See that one? So that's a little, yeah. So that's a little sneak peek. She'll post all of those. You know, they have to collect everything. Hey, buddy, what you doing? So I'm just talking to our friends on the podcast. We're done. You want to show? Oh, buddy, come here. We talked about your perm. Yeah, come here. Show me your perm. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I showed them a picture. They were like, "Wow, that's great." You want to show them? Or are you too embarrassed? Are you? Come on. You panicked. You don't want to? What, you can't? How come?
I don't know.
Oh, they're dying to see. They're saying, "Let's see. Can we please see? Show us."
Let me take it first.
Okay. He's very particular about it being fixed right now.
Yeah, very.
Do you think we could go to a cabin?
Yeah, I think we have time, buddy. We're just gonna have to shoot over there and look around and shoot back because we have to.
Back here there before.
Yeah, because you need to put on your gear and stuff, right? Let's see, Cole. Yeah, it looks nice, bud. My dude is rolling with the. Here, sit in Kelly's chair.
Oh yeah.
My dude is rolling with the tank top too. Look at this guy. It's been a while since you've seen the Colster. Kind of handsome. Yeah, there it is. He keeps fluffing it. Like I just want to touch it.
Yeah, I like the back.
You like the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's curly, but looks good. They did a good job. I like it. Boy, it definitely has a different texture, you know?
Yeah.
Like your hair was always so straight and like just texture and so smooth, and now it's got a lot of texture to it. See? Look what they're saying. I love it. Gray hair. Looks nice. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Get some love. That's cool, buddy. You don't have to hang out if you don't want to. I just wanted to see your hair.
Can you,
What about your hair? What's your hair story, huh? Huh?
do you think we could come outside and get me when you're done?
Yeah, you guys gonna throw the ball?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just really ready.
Yeah, I'll get you, but yeah, we're just about done. We were just kind of hanging out. It's curly. It's very, very curly. All right, guys. Well, there you go. There's some behind the scenes stuff. So hopefully you like that. And man, I wish I could tell you. Oh, that's cool, Darla. Remind me your youngest name again.
Do you think since you're almost finished, you could come around like 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, just give me 5 minutes, babe. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, I was just saying, man, I really wish I could tell you what's going on with this. And I know it's stupid to bring it up if I can't tell you, but I'm really excited about it. Whoa. I'm really excited about it. Marley. Yeah. I think you might have told me that in Mexico, but you know how Mexico is. I know, Julie. It might not be till August. It might not be until August. Maybe late July, early August. So I'm just, all I can tell you is I'm working on a project. And it's kind of a top secret thing, and I've signed an NDA. I mean, I can't really talk about it, but it's going to be very cool. It's something that I'm very very passionate about. I love doing, and it'll be a lot of fun. So it's going to be fun, It'll be fun. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm going to go. Dylan said he wanted to go to Academy in 5 minutes, so I'm going to take him into Academy. He wants to look at the fishing stuff, and then he's got practice tonight. And then the Mavericks are on. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, Thanks for hanging out, guys. I know this is an odd time, but we appreciate you, and we will talk to you all very soon, hopefully. Bye. Oh, thanks, Julie.